The Texas Longhorns. We're going to be breaking down their 2026 schedule. The big question that's been on the table for the last couple seasons is Steve Sarkisian the guy? He definitely is the guy. The bigger question, will he be able to get them over the hill, get them that national championship? If it's not now, when? He has a senior-laden squad coming up. Arch Manning coming back for another season, spurning the draft. 1 year of full experience under his belt. You could say this is probably their best shot to get to the national championship game, to win the national championship game, and there's no doubt they have the coaching staff. They have the talent to get the job done. We're going to look at the roster, the entire schedule, pick which games they're going to win, lose, what their final record's going to be. Drop a comment down below. What do you think the 2026 Texas Longhorns record is when this season ends? Leave it in the comment section. I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down below. There's no doubt when you look at this Longhorns team, one of the biggest brands in college football, one of the best, most fertile recruiting grounds. There's Texas, California, Florida. Texas is right there with the best of them. They produce top of the line quarterbacks, running backs. They have speed. They have power. They have some of the best facilities. Everything is in their backyard. And they got a stacked team. Top 10 roster, top 5 roster. Heck, some might say a top 3 roster in the country. They are talent-laden. Steve Sarkisian, one of the better play callers in the game. They have a great defensive coaching staff, offensive coaching staff. Let's take a look at this roster. We already discussed Arch Manning. Arch Manning, probably the most hyped quarterback we've seen in the last couple decades coming into this past season. He didn't quite live up to the expectations. A lot of people had him preseason Heisman favorite. Definitely started out the season on pretty questionable footing. But you have to say, even if you're an Arch Manning hater, as the season progressed, he did continue to play better every single week. You could say when the season ended, the Texas A&M Aggies game, he was playing his best college football at that moment, and they're bringing back some elite level talent. They have a top 10 recruiting class every single season. Top 10 transfer portal classes. They're stacked on both sides of the football. They have the line of scrimmage talent, and they have the size, they have the speed, they have the power. Arch Manning at quarterback, looking at the running backs, you have Smothers there. You have Brown. You have Simon, tight ends Townsell, and then for the wide receivers, Cam Coleman coming in here. Do not underestimate how important that is. You still have Ryan Wingo Jr., Mosley, Lockett. There's a lot of weapons on this team. Let's make it perfectly clear. The SEC might be the deepest conference in all of college football again. But the Longhorns here, they can run through the schedule. This is not the easiest schedule. Pretty difficult in conference schedule, but they can do it. If they go 10-2 in the SEC, they're going to be in the college football playoff. They just can't have a loss like they did last season. Finished the regular season 9-3. That loss to Florida, that was a bad loss. They could not overcome that. That's what kept them out of the playoffs last season. You know, nobody wanted to play Texas in the playoffs because they were actually playing their best football to end the season. Can they keep that momentum going into 2026? Let's take a look at the schedule. They open the season September 5th. This is going to be week 1. The Texas State Football Club coming to Austin, Texas. They're going to get bludgeoned. Texas wants to make sure, because they're a week 2 game, very difficult game. They want all the wheels rolling. They want everything greased up. They want the momentum leading into the Buckeyes game. They're going to put their foot on their throat. They're going to curb stomp them. They're going to blow their backs out. This is going to be a dominating win. Think like a 62-10 game starting out the season 1-0. September 12th, you have the Ohio State Buckeyes. This season coming to Austin, Texas. Last year, Texas went on the road to Columbus, Ohio. Lost a very, very close, low-scoring game. What was the final score on that one? 10-7. Can Texas take this one at home? Home field advantage, usually good for about 3 to 3.5 points. And I definitely think that could be the difference in this game. Ohio State, though, you don't want to overlook this roster. They're just as good as Texas at every single position. They have a stacked roster, top 3 roster. Some might say the number 1 roster. You have Ryan Day, Matt Patricia, NFL defense, NFL offense, Julian Sayin, now a veteran Julian Sayin. They still have Jeremiah Smith. They have Bo Jackson. Weapons up and down the field. They have the deepest wide receiver core every single season for basically the last 5 or 6 years. Buckeyes took it last year, but I'm just going to call things like they are. I honestly think Texas at home They win this game. Low scoring, close game. The Buckeyes last season and the year before, back-to-back #1 defenses in college football, 24, 25. They might even again have it in 26, but Texas wins this one in Austin. Close game, like a 24-21, and they're 2-0. And just right there, winning that out-of-conference game, that gives you a really good shot to at least get to 10-2. Week number 3, September 19th, UTSA coming to Austin. They're going to be a little wore out after that physical game versus the Buckeyes. Look for them to have the starters out to start the second half, but either way, they still win this one. And after that, jumping back into SEC play, September 26th, going on the road for the first time to Knoxville, Tennessee, the Tennessee Volunteers. Josh Heupel is one of the best offensive minds in the game. You know they're going to have good quarterback play. Some quarterback questions coming into the season. The big question about the Volunteers, will their defense get back on track? 2024, they made the playoffs, top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Last year, top 10 offense, the defense was a complete joke. They got to get that defense back on track. Starting in the trenches, the line of scrimmage of the front seven have to get them on track. They will be better than they were last year because honestly, they can't get any worse. But I don't think they're quite on the level of Texas yet. Texas wins it. They're 4-0. And then October 3rd, you have the bye week. Get your guys rested because you know what you got coming up next. Your #1 rivalry matchup, October 10th versus the Oklahoma Sooners. This is going to be a fun game. This is going to be a crazy game. This is one of the best rivalries in the game. John Mateer back. Texas took this game last season. The defense on both sides. You are going to have 2 top 10 defenses facing off. Oklahoma, top 10 defense last year, led the SEC in sacks. They're going to have an aggressive front seven. John Mateer, when he got hurt, was never able to rebound and get the passing attack back on track last season. What's his situation this year? Has he rebounded? Has he gotten his throwing game going? Gotten that throwing motion under control? If not, this is going to be a very, very sloppy game for Oklahoma. They struggled to run the ball consistently last season. They lack the true playmakers, and this Texas defense is extremely good. Texas pulls off the victory in their primary rivalry game, and they're still undefeated in the SEC. After that, October 17th, the Florida Gators coming to Austin. This is a revenge game for the Longhorns. These two teams in completely different situations, but the Gators outright whooped Texas last year. Yes, the score might not show whooping, but on the field, that was a whooping. Texas, the better team, they want revenge. You can't afford to drop this game back-to-back seasons. That's what knocked you out of the playoffs, like I was saying. Texas rebounds, they get some revenge here. They win this one versus Florida. Then October 24th, you have the Ole Miss Rebels. Golding's the head coach. Lane Kiffin's gone. Charlie Weiss Jr.'s gone. Chambliss is still going to be there. As long as you have Chambliss, you have a shot. But both of the offensive minds from the team last season, Kiffin, Charlie Weiss Jr., they're both gone. Very interested to see what he looks like without his 2 offensive coaches there. But he's so talented. His throwing is so smooth. He can throw on the run as good as anyone in the country. I think they're going to be able to move the ball. But I don't think they have the playmakers they had last season. I don't think they have the offensive mind. Chambliss balls out, but it's not enough. Texas wins this one. So they're 7-0 going into their October 31st matchup versus the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Jeff Lebby's team, not a bad team. If you don't bring your A game, he can pull off the upset. They actually had a pretty good offense last season. 36, 37 points a game in the SEC. Their defense was pretty abysmal. They will be able to move the ball, but I think they're going to give up way more points than they're able to score. And that Texas defense does keep their scoring down. They get theirs, but it's nowhere near enough. Texas still gets a comfortable win. Then you're going on the road to Missouri. Drinkowitz, very good coach, very assignment, very offensive capable coach. He gets the most out of his playmakers, 3 stars, couple 4 stars. He gets to 10 wins practically every single season. Coaches well above the talent level on his team. He's going to have this team prepared. Circle this game. This is a dark horse underdog game. Missouri Tigers, they can win this matchup. Would not surprise me at all if they won it. But as a betting man right now, give me Texas still remaining undefeated. They're easily top 5, top 3 here. They might be #1 when this game actually comes because all they're doing is they're just winning so far. And then after this is again going to be a massive game. This could be the college football game day game, November 14th at LSU, going to play Lane Kiffin's new team. You have Sam Levitt transferring over. He got hurt last season, missed a lot of time. What's the injury status of Levitt at this point of the season? That's the unknown right now. We haven't seen it happen yet. It's still a question mark, though. They're bringing in over 50 transfer portal players, completely flipping the roster. Can they get it back on track year one? There's no doubt, though, when you have a completely new team, new coach, new coordinators, practically pretty much a three-quarters new roster, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be games that they overachieve in. There's going to be games that there's a little bit of a letdown. It's the growing pains, setting that foundation. Kiffin will be able to do that, but will he be able to get this upset pulled off year one? Wouldn't surprise me again if they win it. LSU top 10 overall roster. This roster is deep. Some of the best facilities, fertile recruiting ground. But again, give me the Longhorns. I'm riding with Texas still. They win this one. Still undefeated, 10-0. And then November 21st, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Pittman's gone, a whole new coaching staff, a lot of new transfer portal players. Massive talent disparity, though, between these two teams. Arkansas could usually score no matter who they played. It'll be interesting to see how their offense looks, but the team overall has to get a lot better. Texas wins 11-0 going into one of the biggest rivalry games. Closing out the regular season, November 28th, going to College Station, one of the most difficult places to play on the road, at the Texas A&M Aggies. This was a game I picked the Longhorns to upset the Aggies last season. It did happen. No surprises there. Can they do it back-to-back seasons? There's so much riding on this game. This is a game Texas could be the front runner for the SEC. If they win this game, shot at the playoffs, no matter what, they're probably going to make the playoffs. And then you have the Aggies. The Aggies probably also battling for a playoff spot. At some point, there's going to be an upset. Can Texas run the table, go undefeated? Yes. Did I pick the Longhorns to upset the Aggies last season? Yes. Check out my video from last year. Definitely did that. But I'm going to call upset here to end the season. Very tough schedule. At some point, it's going to catch up to you. You're going to drop one of these games. There's no harm in that. Only one team went undefeated last season. That was the Indiana Hoosiers. It's okay to go 11-1. Yes, you don't want to lose, but no longer in college football does it actually kick you out of the playoffs. Give me the Aggies pulling off the upset victory at home. A&M wins this one. Texas finishes the regular season 11-1, probably still in the driver's seat for the SEC, and no doubt still making the playoffs. So guys, that's our breakdown for the 2026 Texas Longhorns. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below which games you think win or lose. What do you think their final record is? Leave it in the comment section. I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching.